Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Thursday, June 25th, 2020. And we begin with vindication for all the kids who've ever sat in math class thinking, when will I ever need this? The government in Ontario, Canada thinks you may be onto something and is ordering a complete overhaul of the elementary school math program. Beginning this fall, coding and money management will be taught to students starting in first grade. Plotting coordinates on a grid, which helps with programming, will now be taught in fourth grade instead of sixth. Not so crucial, learning how to tell time on an analog clock. You know, the round one with a 12 at the top and the 6 at the bottom. That will move from first to third grade. These changes have been in the works for 2 years to better prepare today's kids for tomorrow's high-tech workforce. Recent studies put Canada in the top 10 for math assessment worldwide. The U.S. is ranked 27th. Not so fast. That's the prevailing wisdom as a handful of states reverse course on reopening following a troublesome increase in new coronavirus cases. In California, Yosemite National Park is canceling plans to reopen campgrounds next month, while in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott is urging his citizens to just stay home. New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut will now require visitors from a handful of affected states to isolate for 2 weeks on arrival. And Maine, Kansas, and Idaho are all scaling back on easing certain restrictions. Meantime, U.S. travelers hoping for a late summer trip to Europe may be out of luck. The EU is making a list of countries eligible for entry when their borders open on July 1st. It's looking more and more like travelers from the U.S. won't make the cut. The almighty cell phone continues to be a powerful tool in the fight against racism. A restaurant in Baltimore found itself in hot water this week for denying entry to a black woman and her 9-year-old son because the boy's athletic shorts violated the eatery's dress code. Nearby, however, sat a white family with a similarly dressed boy who had already been served. The offended mom caught it all on camera, and hours after posting the video, the Uzo Bay restaurant apologized, fired 2 of its managers, and changed its dress code policy. This isn't the first time that the Atlas Group, which operates the chain of restaurants, has been accused of unfair treatment. Calls for a boycott have already been made. It was supposed to be a revolution in transportation, but on July 15th, production of the Segway personal transporter will officially come to an end. Whether because of its $5,000 price tag or a series of high-profile mishaps, one involving a president, the self-balancing people mover never really took off. Its biggest claim to fame may be its rolling role in the movie Mall Cop and widespread use by mall cops in general. And while the original model cruises into retirement, its parent company is pinning its hopes on a new sit-down version called the S-Pod. Reviewers liken its egg-shaped design to the futuristic vehicle seen in Jurassic World and WALL-E. Operators will use a knob to motor it along, no balancing required. Back in January, when 18-year-old Peyton Manker entered a national contest to design a prom dress with duct tape, the coronavirus was barely a thing. Then the world turned upside down, her prom got canceled, and the creative teen pivoted. Out went her original design. In came a wearable tribute. 41 rolls of tape, and 394 hours later, her royal blue off-the-shoulder gown showcases frontline workers, a virtual graduation, and even the virus itself. Peyton's proud mom posted pictures of the dress on Facebook where strangers are calling it a work of art. If she wins, she plans to put the $10,000 prize money towards a college education. That's it for KidNuz. A reminder that we're taking Fridays off. We'll be back with a fresh podcast on Monday morning. Now, our KidNuz quiz. When will the last Segway scooter roll off the assembly line? July 15th. Why did a Baltimore restaurant have to apologize to a mother and her 9-year-old son? They were wrongly denied service because of his shorts. In what Canadian province will students learn how to code in first grade? In Ontario. How many rolls of duct tape did a crafty teen use to make her prom dress? 41 rolls. In one for the road. The Golden Jubilee will have to wait. The New York City Marathon, set to celebrate its 50th anniversary this year, has become the latest casualty of the coronavirus. The world's biggest foot race normally attracts 50,000 participants, 10,000 volunteers, and 1 million spectators, but organizers have decided it can't be held safely. The 26.2-mile event takes place annually on the first Sunday in November and has only been canceled once before, in 2012, in the wake of Hurricane Sandy. Before we go, our KidNuz birthday shoutouts today go to Natiri in Chicago, Illinois, Tommy in Westerville, Ohio, Lane in Columbus, Mississippi, Morgan in Grand Rapids, Michigan. In Virginia, Lily in Spotsylvania, and Andres in Vienna. And in Massachusetts, we have Gianna in Pembroke, Isaac in Waltham, and Peter in Jamaica Plain. Tomorrow, we salute Bruce in Chicago, Illinois, Blake in Lithia, Florida, Evan in Newton Center, Massachusetts, Luke in Clarksville, Tennessee, Aaron in Menlo Park, California. In Washington, Grace in Sammamish, and Ian in North Bend. And in Maryland, Avery in Hampstead, and Declan in Ellicott City. Thanks for listening, everyone. Don't forget to take our Week in Review quiz on our website, and we hope you tune in for more KidNuz Monday morning.